There's always a moment right before the shift when it feels like nothing's happening. No moon, no hype, no dopamine, just silent. And that's the trap, because this is when most people sell. Now, not out of fear, not even out of need, but because their brain convinces them the opportunity has passed, when in reality, well, in reality, it's just starting. Now, I have something that you might want to check out. See, Bitcoin is one part of the equation. Sovereignty is the second part. So if you want to understand sovereignty just a little bit better, come through and check out my free course, which I'll link down below. See, if you hold 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, which is 1 million Satoshis, you're holding the hardest money in human history. But your environment will never reward that. No badge, no status, no one claps for stacking early. And that's why 90% will fold right before it matters. Because holding Bitcoin isn't hard for technical reasons. It's hard because the fiat system trains you to give up on anything that doesn't give you instant return. It taught you that silence equals failure, that boredom equals bad timing, that wealth should feel exciting. But Bitcoin is the opposite. It feels boring right before it becomes legendary. See, let me show you exactly why most people will sell at the worst possible moment. Now, it's not because they're weak, it's because they're wired for noise. They're addicted to price, addicted to movement, and addicted to the feeling of doing something. But here's the truth. Bitcoin doesn't reward activity, it rewards conviction. And right before it matters, when the volatility disappears, when the headlines slow down, your old conditioning will scream, "Get out, it's over." But that's not a signal, that's fiat residue. See, every market cycle has the quiet phase. The charts go flat, or they go down. Your feed goes quiet. You start questioning yourself. But in the background, the rich are still stacking. Institutions are still buying. Supply is still shrinking. And you, the sovereign, well, you're sitting there holding the digital equivalent of prime real estate in Manhattan and before the skyscrapers went up. But it doesn't feel like that, because nothing in the fiat world prepares you to do nothing while wealth is transferring to your future self. So you convince yourself to take profit, to lock in gains, to feel something. And in doing so, you give away the seat at the table you spent years trying to reach. See, holding 0.01 1 million Satoshis isn't about watching it go up. It's about not flinching when the system wants you to. And it's about learning how to sit in silence when the entire world is screaming, "Sell." And it's about realizing that the final test, the one that separates those who get rich from those who stay rich, is patience with no applause. No one celebrates the holder until it's too late to become one. So if you're sitting there wondering if 0.01 1 million Satoshis is enough, if it's too small, or if you've missed the opportunity, well, remember this. Most will sell right before it matters. They'll walk away from the last asymmetric asset on Earth because it stopped giving them a feeling. But you, well, you'll hold, you'll wait, you'll watch them come back when the price tells them what your conviction already knew. And by then, you won't need validation because you'll have sovereignty. Now again, speaking of sovereignty, sovereign by design, this is completely free and I'll link it down in the description below. Now I do also quickly want to chuck this in here as well. I recently started a Facebook page, so if you have a Facebook account, come through and give me a follow. Now, if you've made it this far and if you're not too sure what to watch next, well, I have this playlist for you just here, which you can go ahead and binge watch if you enjoy watching my content, or if you just want a quick single little video, you can watch this one just here, recommended to you by YouTube.